towards that 600 and get closer to that our overall goal. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Zer0Mavrick and Spike Vegeta for some Super Mario World action.
I don't think I hear it through here, but I can hear it from the TV, so that's fine.
I can hear it pretty well.
Okay. It's probably just my beanie. It's fine.
It's also because I can't hear anything, but it's fine.
I think the... Okay, so, do I need to do an introduction, or did you... Okay, I'm Zer0Mavrick. This is Spike Vegeta. Everyone knows him, though. And I'm from Houston, and you're about to see me run Super Mario World, No Star World.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, here we go. All right, frame perfect first screen. Nice.
What only would have been better is if I would have got Disco Mario. I always forget to tap A, and then like every once in a while you can get him.
It happened. See what frame you get him on. So yeah, this is kind of like, in my opinion, kind of the middle ground when you don't want to do just any % of this game, which you can only do 11 exits, and just get through the game as fast as you can. And it's not quite the commitment of like a 96 exit. We are gonna end up doing, I think it's like 31 of the exits or 32 somewhere. in there.
Yeah, somewhere around that.
So yeah, you are allowed to use the cape in this category, which a lot of people have a perception that the cape sort of cheapens the game a lot. I think the best moments of this game as a speed game are with the cape. You're obviously still going to see some levels that he's going to be caping over, but particularly a lot of the castle levels. I like this category because it focuses in on those a lot, and there's a bunch of really cool stages there. This is actually a hard stage right off the bat. He does not have access to cape yet. All right, very nice. That's a good start. The problem with this level is that if you don't do that box jump at the beginning, it is pretty much impossible to build up P-speed in this level. Which, for anyone who doesn't know what P-speed refers to, it's just this top speed that he has achieved with Mario right here. It's after you go a certain amount of distance, you just go really fast. And if you don't have enough of a straightaway, then there's no way for him to take off. So you look at the times right now, he just got a 259. If you go through that just kind of regularly and you never get P-speed, you're going to get more like a 242. Every time unit in this game is roughly 2/3 of a second. So you break that down, he's losing, what is that, like 12 seconds probably in that ballpark if he doesn't get P-speed. So
On this level, there's actually something you can do called a shell jump.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're not going to see me do that. You're going to see me throw it.
I was wondering if you were even going to try for
no,
it.
I've never done that. I've done a shell jump on Mario Maker, but that's by throwing the shell up the wall or a spring.
Right.
So.
It saves about a quarter of a second. Like, I think maybe you get a 276 time unit, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, 275 might still be the tops. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, it's 276.
You do get 276? Okay.
It's so minute in No Star World, there's really no point.
So you might notice that he's stayed small Mario all throughout this section. It actually particularly makes this spin jump right here much easier. You can do it as large Mario, but if you're confident in going through those levels without getting hit, it's better to just be Tiny Mario and then get the tape right here to automatically become larger Mario. And then also in this auto-scroller, he's going to be able to pick up a Fire Flower. Obviously, this game, in terms of its power-up system, is taken over greatly by the cape, but the Fire Flower is particularly useful for 3 quick kills in this category. So he's actually going to want to hold on to it as long as he can. I guess 3, and technically it also helps with this boss fight as well. So.
Yeah, you can do it without. Oh, well, shoot. That's fun. Hold on.
That's fine.
Bye-bye.
There we go. All right, so just like that, we're through World 1. And we are done with the non-cape portion. Hopefully the non-cape portion.
Yeah, for the most part, I want to keep cape the entire way.
What particularly makes this a brutal speed game is that the cape is so important that losing it, unless you really know some good small Mario and other Mario strats, you're just going to be bleeding a ton of time everywhere. So.
Yeah, and trying to do it without cape is just super, super hard.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that go through that can do it. Lambie, X-Paco and a couple of other people were going through and doing it. It's completely insane what they can do and what they've just been able to figure out.
Yeah, I believe so again, this category is now I guess to point out right there, you can see him manipulating P speed in a lot of ways, because you would have thought after you get the cape, you would have had to drop to the ground and then build back up your speed. By doing certain movements and having like certain angles on your swoops, you can maintain your P speed really easily in these games. I mean, not really easily, but in really creative ways. Yeah.
Well,
We're wanting to take the secret exit here because otherwise you're going to be going over to a very slow auto-scroller, much faster to take the water level here. It's, in my opinion, this is actually one of, this is, in my opinion, the first really kind of tricky level in No Star World. Optimal water movement is actually pretty tough. And you're going to see coming up here, he's actually going to take this pipe. You might think that he's skipping a large chunk here. If he doesn't come up here and grab this shell, which, that's fine. As long as you get it, that's what's important. Then taking that is not actually faster. That doesn't put you that much further in the water.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part.
There is a strat. By the way, you can go under the level here.
Yeah, there's one tile where you're able to just sort of chill under there.
If he goes down too far, he will void out and die, though.
And me, the whole spinning thing, I just do that out of habit. There's absolutely nothing out of it.
The mechanic itself doesn't make a ton of sense, but for whatever reason, when you're holding an item underwater, you just move faster. You move quite a bit faster.
And also, actually, if you hold down in whichever way you're trying to go while swimming, it's much, much easier to control Mario. This level's easy. Now the hard part's the door.
I was about to say, this level's easy, but
the door.
Like a 283 is... It was 283 or 284. I don't know. We're getting caught up in time units, but very nice. I commonly always got 281s because hitting doors is like a pixel-perfect trick in this stupid game.
Most of the Mario community makes a joke about it, and they're like the real bosses of the doors.
For sure.
Especially like in the 11 exit, you have to go through like multiple doors, and you have to like find some weird ways to be able to still fly out of those doors.
Zero took a very slight safety there, not to dog on him or anything. It's very tricky to build up P speed without just moving back a couple of tiles there. You can jump on the rotating platforms there and get it, but if you don't do a very precise short hop there, then you're going to lose a lot more time than just by moving backwards for 2 tiles.
I was doing it in practice, but I'm a very cautious person. Like, at the end of the run, you may or may not see me do something called a sandbar clip, which could kill me.
Sure.
So, we'll see.
But the payoff there's so much better
it's
than
about 17 seconds.
Yeah.
There's a large payoff.
What I did like about, because a lot of people just, you do a flyover level. There's a lot of specifics, actually, to quite a few of the flyover levels. Like, he doesn't want to go up too high here. So he still has to have audio cues for, all right, I know there's a cloud up here that if I land on it, it's going to kill everything. I still need to stay above these Goombas and kind of swoop between them. It's not just completely, I go up and I tap left a bunch of times.
Yeah.
That being said, they are quite easy compared to the next level he's about to go into. This is, I would say, a top of the 31 exits he's going to do. This is definitely a top 5 hardest level in the game he's going to have to do. Right off the bat here, he needs to build up enough P speed coming backwards by building up that and then coming up, giving him just enough for a spin fly. Spin flies are very, very sexy. I think it's the #1 reason if you want to get into this speed game. But yeah, this is a very tough room. Okay,
nice.
Very nice.
Seriously, I've been practicing that for the past, 3 months, afraid that I would mess that up here. So I'm very, very happy that I got that. Let's see. Okay.
He wants to switch here to the Firefly because, again, that's what's going to allow him for the quick kill, and very nice. That's the whole reason he wanted to bring that spring up with him.
Technically, we wanted that spring to be pushed sort of into, the little hole right there, but I got lucky.
Yeah, I know. I was worried you were going to bonk there. And as you can see, that is why the Fire Flower is important to keep all the way until the Roy Castle, because you can't actually kill them with the fireballs, but they will do the first and second hits worth of damage. So instead of having to watch all the animations, you can just kill them quickly there and save probably 5-6 seconds somewhere in there, I would imagine.
Like that. And Then after that, you still have to do Ludwig. Then you have to do Roy.
And
really
Ludwig,
after,
it will save a lot of time.
Yeah, unless
So.
you do the little like jump thing on there, and you can actually make it like skip one. But
Right. You can still save one cycle normally,
Yeah.
but much better just go in the Fire Flower.
Mhm.
So now once again here, we're going to be taking the secret exit here as well.
and we're gonna turn around right there because that other one's much harder. And we're gonna do that.
As you can see, the cape is...
The cape is abused.
The cape is, in my opinion, by far the best weapon or best power-up in the history of Mario. There's so many ways you can build iframes off of it, so many major attacks you can use off of it, and so many just creative ways to move through the levels. Once again, he's got to make sure he sort of swoops out and in. Very nice, very nice.
That's actually, I wasn't aiming to do that. I meant to take the shell with me, but I lost like
We'll
only a
take it.
second out of it.
For sure.
It's more or less for swag. But
Yeah, that is definitely one of the levels where the cape saves the most time. That's through very creative, again, swooping out, swooping in to just touch enough of kind of a runway to then continue your spin fly going up. It's, I think that's the most fun part of running this game.
yeah, just trying to manipulate Mario on the fly. Like on that one, I was supposed to take the shell, then I was gonna throw the shell up, land myself up like with the trampoline, and I was gonna kill one of the Koopas and then take the other shell with me. But, yeah, obviously that didn't work out. See, like right there, every once in a while, I forget those things will spawn up there. Yeah, it just makes me drop.
Definitely, again, even though they're flyover levels, as people call them, like, don't sleep on them. Otherwise, you will just get yourself hit.
Like, you have people that try to sleep on Butterbridge 1. But there are a couple people that can, but the majority of them, they probably can't. Like, I'm not going to fly through it. You'll see people fly through Butterbridge 1, and I'm just like, dude, what drugs are you on? Like, why are you doing this? If you mess up, you're going to die.
It is interesting to note, so again, this is the no Star World category, which is pretty self-explanatory. You can do anything you want, just don't use Star World. There is the no Star World, no cape category. It is interesting as much as we talk about how important the cape is. I believe world record for that is only about somewhere in the ballpark of like 90 seconds slower. So if you break it all down over the course of 32 X's, it actually only saves 90 seconds.
And that really goes to show how hard the category is and how well they actually did. Too.
Right.
Because a lot of those, if you're doing just small Mario, God, it's so easy just to die. There's so many things that are like just like frame perfect junk that you just have to do. Some of it's even RNG, depending on how you try and do it. I tried just to learn what is it? DP3 or whatever it is. That's like I think the first one that everyone wants to try to learn after just YI3, and that's just so hard. The only one that I could learn was the one that dealt with RNG. I gave up on it.
DP3, yeah,
the one that
the rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had many people tell me that's debatably the hardest level actually in that category.
Yeah, so we're about to come up to an RNG spot where I'm definitely going to try my best. Lately, Reznor has hated me. I don't know what he thinks I did to him. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry.
Losing your cape there is not that big of a deal because you can get a cape in the next level.
Fast Reznor because of that, though.
Yeah, normally what the strat here, and you'll be able to see it later on, also shouts to Booey Booey.
Yeah.
Very nice. Those are the hardest fights in the game, in my opinion. There's RNG, you can just get screwed over by them shooting a fireball right on your face.
Yeah.
The fast strat there will involve you'll actually hit the left one, and then you'll slide under, hit the one on the right, and then I think you hit right above him and then right over to the left. Doing those very, very fast is very, very tricky and very, very scary.
Yeah, lately he has been screwing with me, but there for the longest time he never did. Like, I was able to do it just fine.
So again, even though he lost the cape back there, it did sort of force his hand. He had to take the fight a little bit slower. But because, as you can see, this is a very infamous auto-scroller, there is going to be a cape box coming up halfway through this level. So not much time lost at all there. It does make this a little scarier. Like, I was bad at this game.
It does. This
Not
is
having
sort of scary
cape to
without
float
cape.
through it.
Yeah. let's just go ahead and see if we can collect.
That being said, let's swag out a little bit, get some 1-ups.
Okay, we're fine. We're gonna try and see if we can do a glitch up here, since that's the only way we can even have fun on this level. Gonna try and duplicate some blocks. Depending on how you do it, it's a 1 to 2 frame trick. And I'm just gonna do it the 2 frame trick because it's obviously easier. So we'll get the cape. And my hair's in the way. Probably look crazy constantly moving that out of the way. Shout outs to Author Blues for doing that one trick where he blocked himself in there.
Very
See,
nice.
so there's one. Oh, come on, once more. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, you can basically do that. What was I doing? It was about a month ago. I was messing around. I made art out of it. I have a game saver.
Wow.
And I was just like, why not?
Oh, yeah, I thought you did in a run. I'm like, man, that's actually extremely impressive.
Oh, no, not the run. I was practicing with a friend, and I was just like, dude, that sort of looks like a face. I was like, I'm just going to have to.
Alrighty.
Why not?
Real quick, I have a quick donation. I have Sean, keep it up. Lots of love from home. Peace out, Gavin.
Oh, thanks, Gavin.
Real quick before you guys keep going, we've found kind of a minor issue. You do need to make sure that if you send a donation that you click the support me and not the donate button in the top right. We are not able to see the general donations to Extra Life. You need to use the support me button in order for us to see them. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got really lucky where I did lose cape. It was super easy. I was just able to pick up a cape right there, and that's really the only spot that I can think of where you can quote-unquote be allowed to lose cape.
Yeah. Pretty much everywhere else in the game, if you lose cape, you're either just going to have to roll without the cape for a while, or you're just going to have to go back to, DI1. I think there's probably just a few levels back. Oh, that's actually a good level right there that he just did. That's a good one to grab cape in.
Yeah.
But you're having to go back, and you're wasting a bunch of time. Shoutouts to the ground pound, for lack of a better term. Right here, you see him abusing the iframes you can actually use with the cape. This is another very difficult screen.
Please, God. Thank you.
Very
okay,
nice.
That right there, I messed up a lot on that. That's very, very hard having to just try to maneuver Mario through all that. Now, this right here, I don't have this down, perfect like everyone else. I hate this level of the passion. So we're going to take this slow.
It's important to note that caping is faster than running.
Yes. Caping, I think if you're running instead of 38 that you can get,
I believe
versus
so, yeah.
51.
So, and once again, there you can see that quick kill with the fireball. If he doesn't have fireball right there, you hit Ludwig, and then he's going to slowly move back and forth and jump over. You can actually do a semi-quick kill where you can get in 2 hits on 1 cycle, effectively. If you hit him before he hits the ground, that's what actually resets his cycle. But that's just keep the fireball to there. That's much better, much faster.
I really just have to take it to Roy. After Roy, I can lose it.
Yeah, then the fire flower means nothing after that. There's nothing else that's going to deal damage to that's important to you.
And here's a fun fact. I think every time you watch one of these, it takes up about 40 seconds.
Oh, that's that long?
Yeah.
When you really, I love breaking down speed runs and looking at how much of it is watching a cutscene in between load screens. You really break it down. It's I'm only playing the game for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But here we are in FOI 1 or Forest of Illusion 1.
This is a level that a lot of people have probably had trouble with as a kid. Hey, man, this level, this whole area in general made me cry multiple times, I'm pretty sure.
So
you get lost really easily.
You might think to yourself, oh, why are we getting Yoshi? Is Yoshi, is he actually faster? The only reason why he's eating that Koopa right there is because it reduces a crap ton of lag. I don't know why.
It's
with everything else
because I'm not super smart Seth Bling style, but
if
there are a certain amount of sprites or something on the screen, you're just taking away one, and then for whatever reason it just doesn't lag.
For sure.
So
the reason why we want to keep Yoshi is going here into Forest of Illusion 2. We have got a trick that if he nails it first try is going to save him, I think it's 45 seconds.
I think it's 17.
Oh, 17. Oh, I must be thinking of... Oh, I'm thinking of something else then. I thought the second one saved only 15. But either way, here we are. First try, dude. Nice.
Okay, that was something. You can get RNG'd out on that, and to an extent, you can constantly get RNG'd out.
That was
So
a
it's-
very, very quick clip also. And once again, kind of clipping up in there just enough to grab that block because once again, underwater, you just move faster with items.
Go ahead and drop that.
We should have left it at what I said, 45 seconds. That sounds a lot better. And once again, not taking the secret exit here, just wants another item.
Yeah.
And this item, the key's not going to expire like the block was going to.
And we also don't want to try and get any of the gates or whatever. You want to try and go right underneath them.
Yeah, we obviously don't want to build up to 100 potentially.
Yeah,
and
you
get
don't want to
the,
get the bonus game.
bonus game. I mean, it's good casual strat, but here we're trying to go fast, so.
Yeah. So we're going to try the dirty bubble. I don't know if you know what that strat is.
The dirty bubble?
It's called the
What?
dirty bubble.
I already
Let's
love the
see-
name of it, but let's see what we
got
got.
it. There are a couple of frames
Oh,
where if
okay.
you jump right before that, you're able to fly, and it saves like 2 frames.
Oh, okay.
The Mario community loves calling it the dirty bubble for some reason. My guess is it's a Mario. I'm sorry, not Mario. SpongeBob reference.
Oh, sure. That would make sense.
So now we're just gonna fly over this. We're gonna wait till I see the charging chuck guys.
So coming up here, again, this is another flyover level, but the next level is another big moment of the run. It's very scary. Good luck to him. This is called Roy Fly. We're very creative in this community. But I don't know. I didn't name it. I would have named it something crazy. But yeah, he's going to have to fly through here for the top for a handful of swoops and then go underneath these fireballs coming up. So let's see if he's able to get it. Okay, very nice. He's not out of the woodworks yet. He now has to move through this section.
We're gonna take it easy right there.
Yeah,
It's gonna drop.
that is a very difficult section. You can use iframes there.
There we go. And we're also gonna take a
And
little.
now
bit
we
slower
need to
strat.
go
We
ahead
just-
and get our fire flower back because this is our last usage of it. 1, 2, and done. Very nice.
Okay.
That is definitely that was the first strat I saw when we did the No Star World tournament last year, and I said I want to learn that right there.
That was why I started learning it. I
Mm-hmm.
saw a guy named Crazy Frogable learning to do it, and I was like, I bet I could do that.
Yeah.
And it took me a bit, but yeah, I was able to get it. And that strat's actually not that hard.
No, it's really.
Like,
I
once
just
you
did
learn how
it
to do it,
first
yeah,
time I
yeah.
hadn't played in a year back there. But it is just such a swag-looking strat timing that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different timings that people will use based on. You can do 4 normal swoops there at the top. You can bonk the wall. Like I think you did 5 swoops actually.
Yeah, I count depending on how fast I'm going.
Right. It's good to have a general visual cue in the background of. I know a lot of people recommend like the 4th
Yeah, they use,
pillar
like-
go down there. It actually, believe it or not, it is possible to save it if you get hit in a certain situation.
Yeah, I've seen and heard of that. And
You can
it's definitely
spin
weird.
jump off of them.
Yeah.
You have to still keep the cape. You're not getting there without the cape.
Yeah.
But if you iframe it and then fly your way off a couple of them, you can get there. But yeah, it's probably death at that point. Which at that point, he's only got 1 cape. So his only option is to... The auto-scroller there is extremely slow. So he pretty much has to go back and get a cape, which I'm assuming you would go to FOI 1.
FOI 1, yeah, and I would have to go all the way back. I don't have the checkpoint because I beat the level, so it just becomes a pain. So right here, this level, there's 2 ways they can do it, and I'm going to do it the way that just looks cool. And I'm sorry, Author Blues, you probably are going to hate that I'm doing it this way, but, you know.
This, to me, I always thought this was one of the most annoying screens in the run, just because you normally, okay, I can just cape over it, but then this idiot comes up.
Yeah.
There's actually
Just
an
take a free
invisible
ride.
ceiling right above this that you would run into, so you can't just go over him either. So,
Oh, shoot.
all right, so we're down a cape now. He can work with this.
Yes and no. Well,
He's
I'll
on-
go ahead and
So now we've got
that
2
for-
useless flowers,
yeah.
but very nice.
Okay. I was hoping I might be able to. That's fine. So what I will, I'm just gonna go back to FOI 1 and
Mm-hmm.
get a cape. It's whatever.
It's pretty hard, especially in a marathon setting, to get through an entire run without having to go back and get cape at some point. But a lot of times, when you're first trying to get a good time in this game, it's just minimizing that, minimizing losing your cape, because as you can see, it's a lot of backtracking for it. But the cape's just so important.
Yeah. I was almost contemplating on going back and getting the cape elsewhere, but this might be good if I screw up somewhere else. I can always just go back here because I'll have the checkpoint.
Yeah, the reason why this is a preferred, like, you technically could go to Butterbridge too. Is that right?
Yeah.
But this is going to give him a better setup potentially because he is getting that checkpoint.
Yeah,
right
if I
there.
mess up again, then
Then he'll just be right in front of it.
Yeah.
Not as much backtracking.
And sadly, if you're looking at it, I've probably lost about 40 seconds or maybe a minute. So.
Very solid run up until then, so
Yeah.
nothing too much to worry about. This was a level that confused me a lot as a child. It's all based off of entering pipes at certain times, or not getting to areas too quickly if you're trying to get the secret exit here. Here, we don't have to worry about it. Just go as fast as you can.
I actually got really close to that.
I was looking at
That's
it
actually a strat I don't normally do. For whatever reason, I just thought it'd be nice to do that. Thank God I didn't die.
I think usually I just grab Yoshi there, so it makes the jumps a little simpler.
Yeah.
Screw this level, by the way.
Yeah, this level's awkward. Shout outs to Panda. I stole his strat for this. Right there. I used to have such a hard time with that. Then he showed me how.
Those beetles are jerks.
No. What are jerks are those guys that freaking kick the balls. Those are RNG, and I've lost runs to those multiple times.
Darn long snappers, dude.
Yep.
I know what they're doing. Also, shouts to the butt slide. I think this is the only time in the run we get to see it.
Yeah, for the most part. Oh, no. Oh well. Life goes on.
Can be a little difficult to build up P speed and get fly off in this screen.
Yeah, and there's another strat right there, but I'm taking the easier strat.
I think Mr. Cab taught me that. That was a godsend. Because going through this normally is very
Yeah, just
rough.
being able to fly over that, like, and then how they made Mario, like the audio goes in layers, and for whatever reason, the Charging Chuck's audio layer goes over Mario's flight, so you're not able to hear yourself the entire time that's going over. And I like going
That's
off of
why.
audio cue.
Right.
So sometimes I have to like sort of keep beating my head as to what was actually going on. So coming up next, we have Wendy's. I'm gonna try and get a Frosty afterwards, but it's
This is another one that's like, people talk about Mario World like it's easy. Like, there's actually quite a few very tough levels in this game.
I might kill myself in the beginning. We'll see how this goes.
It's going to be using the iframes right here.
Oh, got it.
Oh!
Okay, that one is really, really easy to die.
Yeah.
Like,
And that is allowing him to beat the rest of that cycle in one go. If he'd been stuck behind that last pillar right at the end,
oh, that's all right.
good enough. We're only halfway there, though. This is another
Yeah.
tough screen. Very
Got it.
good.
Okay, cool.
Should be in the clear now.
Yep, so now we're just going to be heading over to Windy. So you're actually able to tell where Windy is if you look underneath the pipe. And for whatever reason, that time, I didn't see anything. Either I'm blind or literally...
I've always been told that. I genuinely thought it was either a meme or a myth because I never
see right
see
there.
it. All right, very nice Wendy's Castle, by the way.
Yeah, that was...
That
I'm
was
surprised I got that.
that's one to wipe the sweat off the brow for sure.
Yeah, and we might go for Sandbar Clip. I'm not PB pace anymore. You know,
Sure,
like,
you're about to say.
just for the heck of it, the Sandbar Clip could kill me, but you know, it's whatever.
Shows you how
Let's
brutal
have
the
fun.
game is. Like, really, on this entire run, he's had one real legit mistake, and it cost him 40 seconds right there, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
PB's pretty much dead.
Yeah, pretty much like what he was saying. You lose the cape, and it's all over. The Mario revolves around the cape.
So here we are going into, effectively, this is the final world, but we got a build-up level before that. He can go ahead. I'm assuming you're going to pick up a
Yeah.
safety cape here.
Yeah. And here's actually like some sort of theory that this level right here is actually based off of like Super Mario 2.
Super Mario
3.
3,
I'm sorry, Super Mario 3.
one of the ships
Yeah.
that you defeat, airships falling into the ocean.
Yep.
I like the theory.
Yeah,
I like dark, gruesome game theories. It's like, here's everything you killed. You killed like a city's worth of people.
And you can actually go through some of these ghosts as long as they've spawned off the screen. So, you need to be careful.
Coming up here, he's going to use
going-
a screen scroll.
I might have been able to do that without the scroll. I'm not sure, but I didn't want to risk it.
Normally there's another boo ring worth of them down there in the bottom left, but by doing that he was able to spawn them off screen.
And I'm probably going to take the
safety star.
The safety star.
I think with only one cape, I think that's worth doing here. So, yeah, there's a midpoint star you can grab here. That only costs 2 seconds, but makes the end of the level free.
Yeah. Just have fun. Ah, no. Well,
Yeah,
see, now if I would have ran into those, I would have lost the cape.
Also, shoutouts to Orb.
Yeah, Orb.
Orb.
Yeah, now that we're entering into Valley of Bowser, this is where the crap really starts to hit the fan and it become much, much more difficult. So we're sort of going to hope and pray that I don't butcher it too much.
Yeah. All 3 of these next levels building up to Bowser are actually all pretty difficult.
Yeah, like Bowser himself, he is probably one of the easiest bosses in like any game I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, like, oh, I actually got that. Normally I mess up
Very
on
nice.
that. So, that's good.
Once again, shoutouts to the power of the cape.
Yeah. So right here, I actually just do a cape into him and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
If you try spinning, you can actually end up losing your cape. And I'm going to pick up a second cape right there.
If you bring an item with you into the goal tape, it will match whatever you currently have. So if you are either Tiny Mario or Big Mario, then it will give you a mushroom. If you're Fire Flower, give you Fire Flower. Cape, give you a cape.
Yeah. Okay, so right here, this part's sort of hard. We're going to hope that I don't hit anything.
Yeah, there are very stupid birds right at the top of the screen,
Yeah.
so he needs to keep his flies at a very specific level. So he got through it, very nice. Now the hard part. So you're going
right
for it?
here. I'll go ahead and go for it.
Why not?
Hopefully you guys won't make too much fun of me if I die.
He gives himself a setup here by lining himself up right there, and then this is a 2-frame window. Wow, very nice, dude.
Which,
Okay, and then-
actually, off of doing that, I'm trying to think in my head what my time is. It's probably somewhere around a mid-35, low 35. I
Okay.
can probably drop that down to a high 34 now that I got that. I could be completely wrong, but I think
It's a
that's
38.
about what
I
it-
want you to know. Just get it out of your
I'm going to cry if it's over a 35. No, please don't
Yeah,
tell me.
we're 2 levels away from the end. Interesting enough, you actually can make this without the cape, like as Tiny Mario, but it might be like sub-pixel perfect. I don't understand exactly how it works.
Nope.
Also, never drop that key in that pit.
I've done that before. Luckily, it wasn't in a... Was it in a run? No, it was my very first 96 exit run I ever did.
Oh, and you're like at the
Oh,
end
wait.
of the run.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
had a brain fart. Okay. There we go. That would have killed me.
Yeah, he's giving himself a screen scroll there so he can actually manipulate those crushers so he can get by them. So this is very, very
Yeah,
creative
this
spin
is a
flying.
very scary level. Like,
Again, just building up his P speed and then swooping in right at the right time. Very nice. Didn't get hit by that
so
spike.
I probably will go for the crusher skip. I'm just gonna YOLO it. Good. Okay.
Very
See,
nice.
so we're saving time. You know what? I had a brain fart. But that's okay.
This is a brutal level. Like, I always thought this was.
And we'll go for quick Reznor, just for poops and giggles. Okay. See, so that's what it was supposed to look like.
Very nice, dude. All right. So this has been a great run. It's coming down here just to Bowser. We are going in the back door here.
Yeah, and I'm actually really hoping that the brightness on this is turned up to a decent amount because you can't see squat whenever you enter it there.
I'm
If it's
not
on
going to
the
mess with it now. So
Yeah, I honestly, I meant to ask about that, and I just completely forgot. It is? Okay. Oh,
it's
thank
beautiful.
God, yes.
Okay.
Like,
For anyone who doesn't know, he doesn't want to turn on the light. 1, because it's a little slower, and 2,
I
because
might
it's
lose-
slower.
oh, wow,
Because
we
it
got one.
creates
Okay.
a lot of lag.
yep. So the whole point of the Bowser kill right here is try to keep the cape, basically, and you try and land on the Koopas whenever you get the chance.
Right.
So, and I didn't even practice this today. I didn't think about it, but we're going to...
I forgot. It saves like 4 seconds if you do the.
Technically,
Do the
if you do it with cape and without, there's not that much of a difference.
Oh,
What
really?
matters is how good you are at it. Which I'm fine. Okay, there it goes.
Very nice. So again, the reason why he
now.
just
There it
goes
goes.
ahead and kills off that second one instead of using it instantly,
Yes.
he wants to keep a third one on the screen right here, because normally this next cycle, just the attack patterns take forever. He's going to drop a cannonball. It's going to roll by. If he throws it up at the correct time, he's actually going to cancel out one of his cannonball animations, and it saves him. I want to say that's what I'm talking about. It saves like 4 seconds.
Yeah,
or
that
something.
probably saves about 4 seconds. Well, rest in peace, Cape. Hopefully I won't need that.
Well, shouts to the mushroom, dude.
Yeah. I should have spun. It would have just knocked it away. But it's all good. Oh, shoot. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say, Spinfly will kill them, so.
I think I just butchered that. Yeah, I butchered it. Gosh darn it. Oh, well.
That's
all
all
right.
right.
Got towards
Cape
the
had
end.
its time to shine.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost him a little bit of time, but
Yeah.
so it would have canceled out that cannonball animation
Yeah.
if he timed it correctly there.
That's what I get for not practicing.
Bowser just didn't like that we were calling him so easy.
Yeah.
So I always liked the timing the kick-ups onto his face. I always thought that was fun to time.
Yeah, you can. The kick's up to the face, so you can basically time it by right here, and when the mushroom goes by it.
Okay.
At least that's how I always did it.
By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, you can spin jump off of those flames. That was something I
Yeah.
didn't know as a kid. Would have
So
been much
it
better.
passed. Oh.
See, I love that.
And it makes him like not jump twice or something like that. Which I got lucky that I was able to have the second one right there anyways. So
And here comes time right about. It's when we see Peach.
Yeah, when Peach pops up, you can hit the time. And now.
Say 35-23.
I'm happy with that. That would have
Very
been
nice,
a low.
dude.
I'm happy with
Say
that.
less than or a little over a minute off your PB. That's very nice, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, I was going in here. I said, give me a 38, and I was like, good God, I hope I don't butcher it. And
Only had to
kill
go back once for Cape, which that's like 40 seconds by itself.
Yeah,
And
so I mean, technically, if it weren't for that mess up and then probably Bowser, yeah, that would have been a decent
close to
run.
a time. Yeah, even close to a PB. So
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice, dude. Yeah, I just want to throw out once again, guys, if you guys are looking to get into speedrunning, this is one of the absolute first choices I would throw out there.
Yeah,
Super Mario World's a
actually-
great first speed game.
I have like a tutorial that teaches 11 exit and everything.
Oh,
It's
really?
already out. Yeah, it's out there on YouTube.
Yeah,
And-
that's like an 11-minute category you guys can learn.
Yeah, it's really easy. The thing with Mario is it's easy to learn, but it's hard to master.
For sure.
So like you can go through, you can do 11 exit. A lot of people they get like about 13 is their first time. Then it starts to get a little bit harder going down to
For sure.
11. But once you learn 11, it's like, well, this is starting to get too easy. I want to try something else. It's sort of like
Right.
a gateway drug. It's like I want to do Lunar Dragon. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
good luck with it.
So yeah, Super Mario World, good first speed game. It's again, like he said, it's easy to get into, but has a ton of depth to it. So
Would I have time to show glitches?
How long are
If-
you
if-
looking?
I don't know. No more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me read a couple donations real quick.
Okay.
We have a
So-
$50 anonymous donation that says no and Knuckles, trying to push that Knuckles up on the bid war.
We'll go
And
with
then
it.
we have another $50 donation from Frozen Truly saying, I actually prefer Knuckles, though. I just wanted to panic Kirby. So in our Sonic Advance 1 character bid war, Knuckles is now at $125 to Sonic 65.
yeah, dude. All right, love it.
Okay, so what I have loaded right here is actually a practice cart. It's just easier to go through and do things with this. It's
Shoutouts to
not,
Dots.
Yeah, shoutouts to Dots. The guy's crazy. I don't know how he does
You
it.
can see how much easier.
Yeah,
this
like
is
I'm
for
able to
practice.
just give myself that. You know what? What do I want in my item box? I want that. So, what I'm actually about to do is I'm gonna spawn like a bunch of Yoshis. Some of them are gonna be invisible. So let's see if I. Oh yeah! Darn it! I don't have the game saver in, of course. Okay. It's like the second time I've done that. No? Okay, come on.
Do you want me to go grab it?
I think I got it. Did I get it? No. Actually, yeah. Could you go and get that? It would probably.
Yeah, he's got it. We're going into full cheater mode here, guys.
Yeah, we're just gonna go into cheater mode.
This is another thing. If you guys ever want to get into Super Nintendo speedrunning, yeah, there is this wonderful little piece of technology that nobody else in the world wants. It's enough to where Zer0Mavrick's just giving me a second one that he got for free a few weeks ago. It's called a game saver. And it'll just allow you to make save states on most any SNES speed game. Some of them, like the newer ones.
Mega Man X, Yoshi's
X2,
Island.
X3. Yeah,
Yoshi's
X1
Island.
works, but
Yeah.
X2, X3, Yoshi's Island. But
Where's-
yeah, any of the Donkey Kong countries, Super Mario World, Link to the Past. It's an amazing tool for practicing all the hard tricks that you just want to jump right back into and grind over and over again. It'll cost you a lot of places you can get online for like $15.
Okay, disk initiation, blah, 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 blah.
I wish all systems had a version of a Game Saver.
N64, you have to use the Game Shark, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I never picked up SM64.
Didn't want to get the Game Shark. That's what did it in.
I was like, I was actually able to pick up the Game Genie from a pawn shop to practice Cloud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for whatever reason, where I live, they just have everything. It's in the middle of nowhere. Oh, wait, no. Go.
I was going to say, start with you.
No, that's definitely not it. So, there's like a certain amount of frames where we're able to do this. And I'm going to spawn a bunch of Yoshis. That should have been it. No, why? Why are you... This game doesn't like me right now. That's it. There we go. So you notice that Yoshi spawned, like, really quick. So we're going to try and just throw him off the screen. I said throw him off the screen. Gosh darn it. Come on now. There we go. So now we're going to spawn another. And we don't like Yoshi, so we want the other one. And we're going to...
Infinite Yoshis.
Yeah, this is pretty much it.
For anyone who ever makes fun of games like an Ocarina, like, oh, the game's so broken. Literally every video game is
This
broken.
game is very, very broken. As a kid, I didn't know how broken it was till I played it. Like, just speedran it. And we'll go ahead. We'll just cut it at that.
So, yeah, we kind of took a while on the setup, so